Hi, I'm Mark. This is my July review for Taurus Sun sign and Taurus rising. We start the month with Chiron in your 12th house being aspected by Mars. Mars is in that 4th house. Now Chiron represents our wounds, and you have unconscious feelings coming through on this day that Mars can channel into something positive, especially around the home. Some DIY project or some work around the home will help to channel that energy in a creative way. On the 4th, there's another opportunity to work with Chiron because the Sun makes a square, and again there could be something come up from the past wound that you need to revisit and perhaps heal because it wasn't healed on previous occasions. On the 5th, the Sun aspects Uranus in your 1st house, so you'll be wanting to try new things. It's a day of you'll be very quick and alert, and you'll be willing to take on new challenges. Venus is also an aspect on a day to the Moon's North Node in your 2nd house, so finances could receive a boost, or someone could point you in the right direction on how to sort things out. One little thing to be aware of, Mercury makes an aspect to Neptune, so just make sure any paperwork or anything you need to sign that you double check. Between the 6th and the 8th, Venus, your ruler, makes 3 aspects. First one is a tricky one because it's in opposition to Saturn. So you could come up against an authority figure or someone in your career area, a destined path that puts discipline on you, maybe gives you or points out your responsibilities or your duties, which will spoil Venus a little bit. But then she has a much better day on the 7th when she has a positive aspect to Chiron. This is a good day to use your creativity. It's a good day to get along with people. It's a good day to see the beauty and pleasure in things and do something around the home to make the home more pleasurable. Then the final aspect on the 8th is an aspect to square aspect to Uranus. So this is a day when you may be quite demanding. You may want to or expect things to be done, maybe that you want to do things and get on with things around the home, but other people aren't as willing. So just be a little bit more patient, and it's a good day as well to try new exciting things. On the 10th we have a new moon. This new moon's in Cancer, and it's in your 3rd house. So this is a good time to deal with any emotional issues. It's great to be near water or to listen to water and get that emotional connection with those around you. It's good for communicating as well in the 3rd house. It's a good time to get on with people in your local area and environment. It's a good time to communicate with friends, and it's a great time to learn new things or to even start a course. It's a great time as well for filling out forms, which I know is boring, but it'd be a good time to get any paperwork done. On the 12th, Mercury makes a positive aspect to Jupiter. Mercury in your 2nd house of finances. This is a positive aspect, so this is good for business. This is good for any dealings with money, any financial things, and it's also good for positive thinking. Also on the 12th, Venus makes a conjunction to Mars. Now Venus and Mars are in your 4th house of the home, so this is a good time to enjoy yourself in the home and to make the home more pleasurable, perhaps by doing some small things, some small improvements or changes to the decor to make it a more pleasurable place to be. It's also good for relationships, and if you're not in a relationship, could be inviting someone into your home whom you make a new relationship with. On the 14th, it would be a good day to spend with friends or like-minded people, where you could do something quite spiritual, either group meditation or some kind of spiritual development work, which will advance you in some way. There could be some kind of mystical, spiritual experience that comes out of this. Then, a few days later, on the 18th, there is a difficult aspect because the Sun makes an opposition to Pluto. And this is always a challenging one because oppositions come at you from the outside. This is across your 3rd to 9th houses, so there could be a challenging confrontation regarding your beliefs or your belief system that you may need to overcome and diffuse. Also, with this aspect is a good time to avoid any high crime areas or or any dangerous situations. On the 18th, Jupiter makes a square aspect to the black moon Lilith. Now this lasts for 10 days, and during this 10 days the black moon moves from Taurus, your sign, into Gemini and the second house. So this puts a whole different light on things. The black moon, as we know, casts a shadow wherever it is, and instead of Taurus, now the shadow will move into Gemini. The shadow in Gemini is the shadow of acceptance. So now we have to learn about not needing the approval of others, not needing the acceptance of others, to be a human being, to be a person in our own right, and not seek or care about what other people think. Then the other thing we have is the second house. So the shadow across the second house is to do with our values, what we value. Do we put too much value onto things? Do we value money too much? Do we value our possessions too much? If so, we need to change our attitude. So there's time to work now with these issues over the next coming months as the black moon moves into these areas. Now, Jupiter, making this aspect, will enlarge the shadow caused by the black moon. So it'll be very, very easy to see what it is we need to do. And also, the sun makes an aspect in a few days, so that will shine a light on that area. So you'll be able to pinpoint exactly where there's any work to be done or any holes in your plan, so to speak. On the 19th, Mercury makes two aspects, and it might be a bit of an awkward day because it's a day when you may learn about other people's problems, may need to listen to what other people have to say and listen to what their wound is. And you'll be very interested to do this with the aspect to Chiron and Uranus. And the thing is, you might be able to come up with new solutions to help them and to guide them on their way. Then on the 22nd, Venus makes two aspects, and these plug into the aspect between Jupiter and the black moon Lilith. So Venus can help shed some understanding and some light on this as well. So this is a really good time to delve into that shadow side and to see what it is that you need to make adjustments with, the changes you need to make. On the 24th, there's a full moon. This full moon happens in Aquarius and it's your 10th house. Now the full moon in Aquarius is at 1 degree, so it's a very powerful full moon. And because there's a Mercury-Neptune trine on the same day, it adds sensitivity to it as well and a mystical feel to it. Now, in Aquarius, it's about humanitarian things. It will show you that you're part of a bigger picture and that you have a part to play in that picture. Being in your 10th house, you could be thrust into the limelight. You need to put your best foot forward with this full moon. There could be opportunities arise. There could be a change in status, a new job opportunity, or a change of direction in your chosen path. And there's also balancing needed between home and work, or home and your destined path. So this all needs to be done during the next week or so. On the 25th is a good day to really investigate anything that's come up over the last few days, because this aspect, Mercury opposite Pluto, can be prone to propaganda. So you can't always believe what you hear or what you see. So it's good to investigate things properly before you consider them too much. Then on the 28th, Mars makes a opposition to Jupiter. Now, like any opposition, this can turn out either way. On a positive side, it can be very successful. You can be in the right place at the right time, and you can achieve great success, especially in a group environment or with friends and colleagues, because you need their help to help you achieve. On a negative side, you could be a bit overbearing or a bit bossy or a bit controlling with friends and colleagues, in which case you need to temper this so that you can get them on your side. Also, on the same day, there's an aspect between Mercury and the black moon Lilith, and there could be random strange thoughts that come into your mind, and they could be a bit obsessive, so just be aware of these and don't let them become too big an issue. On the 29th, we have two squares. There's a Venus North Node square and a Mars black moon square. So it's a challenging day. This is not a day to go it alone. This is a day when you need to get others on board so that you can achieve more in that way, and ask for their guidance so that they can help you on your forward path. And it's also a frustrating day with Mars and the black moon. It may be that you get to the point where you say, oh, I've just about had enough of this, I'm sick of this, I'm fed up of this, but it's just a frustration coming through. Let things go, breathe deeply, and then make amends the next day. The month finishes on a positive note for you, Taurus, because you have Mars on the 30th moving into your fellow Earth sign of Virgo, and this will give you good, solid energy to get on and do things. This is a sign of the workaholic Mars in Virgo, so it's good to do detail work and to plan and to get things done. On the 31st, the Sun makes a trine aspect to the North Node. This is a time when you can realise your full potential, so the two aspects go very well together. This is a time when you can really achieve. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and if you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd be glad to hear from you.